Hey there guys, how you doing? It's Drew here, and today is day number 100, and we got a commission here today. So let's do a withdrawal of commission there. So a sale of a bot. So I've got 36 more of the Power Start bonuses to do this year there. And yeah, let's do a withdrawal of this here. And there's the commission from that $13 that you saw there. That was from the all the bots I have under me earning. That was that daily commission there. So today in commission, I made $63 USDT, which is pretty good because that's like 80 bucks Canadian or something, because the Canadian dollar is so bad right now, which I don't mind because I'm making US, right? So we actually don't have to take any funds out of here. So we can just use this number with, I have to go into my other account here, switch accounts into there, confirm that, that's good. There you go. And yeah, so we'll talk about this here too. As you can see, guys, it's just following this channel down. So we don't really know where it would stop there, but it's definitely past that buy zone. Now it's down to here. It could even come down to the next support level right there and then turn back up, which if it did do that, it might mean that it could take a while to pass this previous high, because this is obviously here now a downtrend, because it's, you know, higher low, and then now it's creating lower lows, right? Okay, so anyways, we'll talk about that a little bit later here in the video. We'll go over, and we need this bounce here as well. Okay, so let's open up our Grok, and we could just grab this command, which is this guy right here, and we'll figure out the percentage. Grab this number here, pop it in there. Today's going to be definitely a low day, much lower than normal, than a normal low day. And then this guy here is 654488. So 65, and we'll just try and make this video here quick for you guys, which is, yeah, 0.37. So that's definitely a low day there. So we'll do this here, and yeah, we got to go over here. So the token, I kind of already talked about it. It's definitely, the trend has changed now, guys. Ever since this level broke here, so the top of our buy zone, that means the trend has changed on it, because this low here is lower than this one, right? So it means the trend has changed. Like this, you remember this line that I had going, like pretty much, actually it wasn't like that. It was more like, I think from here to here or something like that. Okay. And we were kind of watching this, and then it broke, and then that trend changed, came down. Personally, guys, I thought that the $50 bot, the sales of the $50 bot, was going to drive the price this back up, and we would stay here, but obviously it didn't, and now we're back down here. It could come down to here. I'm pretty sure, like you can see there's another trend line here, so I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna break this trend line. Okay, and this actually could be its next low point, is on this trend line here, because 3 points actually confirm a trend line. We've got one, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 points there. So this could be where the price action comes down to, guys, is 0.45147, blah, 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 blah. But it might not just touch it. It might come down to about here, or maybe even just trade sideways across here. Or who knows, it could go back up type thing. But I'll leave I'll leave that trend line there. I'm going to delete this one because this one doesn't mean anything for a while. And we'll see over the next week, does it actually come down here, or does it go back up? This buy zone means nothing anymore, because the buy zone, this is now the resistance, right? The bottom of that buy zone. And yeah, so that's kind of, if I was buying the token, this is what I'd be looking at now, is, are we going to come down here and get an amazing buy? That's what I'd be looking at. That's it. Okay. So let's go to trade history, and we'll look for the 15th. So it should be on the 4th page there. There's the start of the 15th there. And then we're looking for the losing trades here. And I'm just going to do what I did yesterday and calculate the losing trades down here, because that was pretty simple. and then I'm not wasting paper, right? This one here, winning trade, that's a winner, another winner there, and I got to write down page 4 on here. So we start on page number 4, and we'll go to the next page. That's a winning trade, winning trade, winning trade. There's a losing trade right there. So what makes a losing trade is basically this number here, right? So that's the buy, and then the sell. The sell is a smaller number than the buy. Okay, so with the bot, this is the crazy thing though. With the bot, is there pretty much a break-even trade if you're looking at this amount here, because it's, you know, $105,300, $105,300, and then it comes down to the cent, which is where the loss is actually coming from. So the difference in price between this guy, and I know I say this in a lot of videos, it's just this is probably the strongest point about Traiex, is that you can calculate what's going on with your account through the trade history, which most trading bots, guys, they don't, like most trading bots, it's actually a Ponzi scheme. Like they don't show you the trades. They don't show you, like you can't actually see the bot trading. They're just showing you, like they're saying it's a trading bot, but it's not actually, it's just a Ponzi scheme, right? This thing here, you can see everything. You can see the bot trading. If you go to the chart, right? You go to, you're in your sub account and you go to the chart and you click on spot and you go to Bitcoin, if that's what your bot's trading on, you can actually sit there and watch the bot place trades, right? And then you can confirm that through the trade history over here. So this is the most powerful thing, I believe, about Traiex there. So this equals, and I'll show you, it's cents here with this price, 14 cents. So that's the actual loss. If I had $105,365 in a trade, it would be 14 cents is the loss. But I don't have that much in a trade. I've got, you know, $2,000, $1,900 in a trade or whatever type thing. So the actual loss in my trade here would be a fraction of a cent, like not even 1 cent, right? So the loss in the trade, like for instance, if there's a loss, you would refresh the page and you'd see this number here. You'd see this number go down. If it was a profit, you'd refresh the page and you'd see this number go up, right? So where is that loss actually coming from then if it's not coming from the actual trading is making a loss? It's coming from the trading fee. So the fee to trade is actually what's creating your loss in, you can, this sounds crazy guys, but in every single video that I've done since I started documenting the win ratio here, we haven't seen a losing trade. We've seen the loss come from the trading fee, okay? Well, they're all losing trades. It's just that when they lose, it's like a cent, right? In the trade here, which it wouldn't be a loss in my trade because I'm not trading on enough for 14 cents on a trade, a loss trade that's $105,000. It wouldn't even reflect upon my account there. It'd be like, you know, you'd see it back in these numbers back here, right? So this is where the actual loss is coming from. So we got to mark that down as one loss there. And sorry that took me so long to put together and tell you guys, but you know, that's stuff that you have to think about. That's the most important thing to think about because you can actually see how safe this is and that the risk is so low, right? So, you know, you could think about it this way. You have the odds of a trade being a loss is 20 to 10% of, if the bot's doing a trade, the odds of it losing is 10 to 20%. If you go and do the math from all the videos that I've done and stuff, right? The odds of you having a losing day as of right now is 0% because we've never had a losing day. When we have a losing day, then we'll have a calculation to base, you know, to base things off. Like for instance, if say the trading bot's going for, I don't know, 600 days, and then all of a sudden, boom, it has one losing day, you would have a calculation there to base off, okay, it traded for 600 days and it had one loss. So then you could do the math to figure out what is actually the risk in this. Right now, the risk is 0, guys, because it hasn't had a losing day, right? It's had many losing trades per day, but it's never lost. So that's why when someone asks me like, oh, Drew, what's the risk like in this? Like, you kind of have to say there is no risk right now because it hasn't had a loss. But, you know, that sounds crazy to say that, right? But it makes sense. So it's nuts. So anyways, we'll go to the next page here. And then this guy is a profit. There's another loss right there. So same thing. You can see here, guys, this one's 17 cents. That's the loss in it, which over here, it wouldn't even be a fraction of a cent. So the loss is coming from the trading fee. Okay, so we've got one more there. And then this guy here is profit. Next page is profit. There's another loss right there. Okay, so we'll just add one more there. So 2, 3, and this guy's profit. There's another loss right there. So 4, and there's another loss right there. 5, and then the next page there is profit. And then we go to the next page. We're looking for the 14th over here to stop, right? So profit. And then the next page is profit. There's a loss right there. Okay, so there's a loss. I'm gonna go here. So 6, and this guy's a profit. And then we go to the next page. Should be the 14th is right there. Okay, so these trades are part of the 15th. So that's profit, and this is a profit here. And that was the first trade of the 15th there. So we got page 11, and we've got 4 trades on page 11. So that's something else that I have to always talk about in the videos, is that 11, and there was 4 trades on page 11. Okay, when we get to page 4, we'll calculate how many trades were on there. So this is something else I have to talk about in the videos, is that when a trader looks at this, they're seeing 10 trades, because an action is a trade. So your first trade would be your buy, your second trade would be your sell, your third would be another buy, and then the fourth would be a sell, right? How I calculate the loss is I'm calculating based upon this number compared to this one to see if there's a loss or a profit, right? So how I have to calculate each trade is the buy and the sell together is one trade, okay? So keep that in mind when I'm doing the calculation here, okay? So then we know there's 4 trades here. There's 1 trade for the previous day, so we don't count that because that was counted yesterday in yesterday's video. So this would be 1 page of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, but not, we can't count that as 7. So it's 6 times 5. So we go 6 times 5, 6 times 5, plus there was 1 trade. Was it 1? Or no, sorry, there's 4 trades on page 11, right? Let me just check my thing. Yes, 4 trades on page 11, plus how many trades are on the 4th page? We just go and look. So we go over here, this is the 4th page, and we're looking for the 15th. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So this would be plus 3. And then you go equals, and this is how many trades it did if you're counting 2 trades as 1. So 37. So it did, good number of trades there, because this is the actual amount of trades this is the actual amount of trades that it did, is 37 times 2, which is 74 or 76 or something. So we look at that, yeah, 74. Okay, so it did 74 trades on the 15th, which is crazy when you think of it. Imagine you trying to do 74 trades in a day, and then be profitable on top of that. You probably couldn't, right? Okay, so we take this number 37. We need our next command, which we don't need this stuff. Oh no, we need the 6. So we have 6 losses there. So we take this here and we pop that in there. And then we go 37, blah, 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 blah. And then we had 6 losses. What's the win rate? It is 80 something. 83.76% win rate. Okay, so this is something else I like to do in these videos, is just do my video title. So today's day number 100 today, guys. So that's pretty good. I guess the celebration for 100 could be that I made I did a sale of a bot today. So that's pretty cool. And then we need this here. So day number 100 was one of the lowest days in the earnings for sure, 0.37%, which is still good because that's 100% my earnings in here. right? Like that's not including like the company split or whatever. This is just my earnings. So in reality, it actually earned another 20%, but the company got that, and then my sponsor is going to get 18% of what the company got, or wherever he is. He might be at 18%. He might actually be below me. I don't know where he is with the percentage thing, right? So that's that. And yeah, we'll just finish here. We'll go and back to here. Let's do a withdrawal of this guy. So this balance here, so 21 right there. Okay, and then the $13 that I got in commission here from last night, 13 exactly. We're going to add that to the account, and then when the $50 commission comes over, I'm going to add that to the account, and then when that $21 comes over, I'm going to add that to the account. That's basically how I compound my account, and then every 30 days, I just withdraw 100% of, I either leave my commission in there or I withdraw 100% of everything, like my earnings, my commission, to like pay my bills and all that kind of stuff, right? And it's pretty good, guys. So far, it's been about 3,000 USDT a month is what I've been withdrawing out of here. And normally what I do is I go and I sell it to my team. So here's also something I gotta say, just so people don't think like, oh, wow, he's only got $6,500 in here and it's making like 3,000 USDT a month. No, that's not it, guys, because as you saw today, I made $21 over here, but then I got $63 in commission. So I actually made more commission than I made with the profits through earnings. Not every day is like that, but there are some days like that where, you know, I'll make a couple $300 or $200 and then I'll only make, say, $30 in the earnings. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in another one. Bye-bye.